To say you gotta know somebody, or know somebody to get somewhere these days. To say you know that's alright, yeah that's alright, cause you know that's alright with me. Yeah, you know that's alright, yeah that's alright, cause you know that's alright.
And it's coming. Maybe in a couple of years we may start switching some of our focus to commercial and really trying to ramp these numbers up even higher. But we'll talk about that some more. Part of our boot camp, nobody does this stuff. We're going to take you out and knock on doors, okay? You're going to have some fun, all right? You'll get, you get doors slammed in your face, but what you learn, that's the essence of this business. If you don't have the guts to do that, we're going to show you how to have the guts, because it can be a lot of fun. We went out recently an hour and a half, okay? An hour and a half, and we knocked on a door. And the woman said, I just pulled the real estate sign off of my lawn because I'm mad at my realtor because he couldn't move this property. Little did she know there was like 24 houses for sale in her development, and nobody could have sold that damn house, not in this market. And quickly talking to her, she didn't want us to come in the house because that's a pretty good signal that the house was a wreck. And she also said, oh, I had to turn down some showings. Oh, so okay, you got 22 houses for sale and you're not even letting anyone in to see it, but your house couldn't sell. Fine. But we loved hearing that because we're like, well, guess what? We'll buy your house for you. We're setting up an appointment with them later on this week.
It says tomorrow at 6.
Yeah, I thought I was going to ask you about that, right? I was going to call her today, but I thought you might have. So we are going. It's like the classic perfect deal. We found that in an hour and a half. All right, we're going to make a lot of money off of that deal. We'll tell you more about it later on. Yep, the house was free and clear. That's right. Forgot to mention that. You'd be surprised how many of them are. What's the statistics on free and clear houses in Philadelphia? 30%. Now, can you imagine the freedom of negotiation you can have when the person who owns their house doesn't have a mortgage? God, you name it, man, anything you can think of. And we got the stallion over here to go out and put these things together. Okay, green homes into red hotels. That's probably what we're going to end up doing with a lot of these houses down the road. If you want to be a part of that, you need to start getting into business with us. And another thing that we're going to throw into this boot camp is we're going to throw in an apprenticeship, call it an apprenticeship program, okay? You're going to be able to come hang out with us afterwards. After the boot camp is over, after the 4 days, we're not going to just say, okay, you're done, you paid your money for the boot camp, we taught you what we could teach you and we're done with you. Call us up, you can come hang out with us. Call me up personally. Anyone who commits, we want you to succeed at this. Why? Because you're going to go out and find deals that you're going to bring us, and we're going to make a tremendous amount of money together. All right? So we have a vested interest in you succeeding. Just imagine if there's 10 people in this room who sign up for the boot camp and become active producers of finding real estate deals, whether we have to pay you a wholesale fee or we have to pay you an equity share in the building. What do we care? We're making money any way you slice it, so are you. And the more money that we can afford to pay you, the better the deal you find. It's going to be easy to get the financing. The minute you call him, he's going to jump out of his chair and run to go see it if it's a good deal. And I'm going to be thrilled to add it to the management portfolio. So, yeah, we'll get back to that picture later. All right. But we can't do this for free. Obviously, if you're the kind of person who's on the red team and you need this training, not everybody needs it, but if you need it, we're going to give you 4 days of our time. What we promise is this. If you commit to the boot camp, we're going to charge $2,950 for it, just under $3,000. $3,000 for 4 days of training, plus the apprenticeship program. And if you're in the crowd, you know who, if you need it or not. If you want to be a part of this and you need it, you're gonna have to understand what a real deal is. You're going to need the training. Okay? We don't expect half the room's going to do it. We figure very few of you are going to do it. But the ones who do it, if you learn exactly what it is that we're looking for, we're going to be committed to you. And the minute you bring us a deal, we're going to spend extra time with you to make sure you understand it. And we're going to try to do deals with you. And if we do, you get one decent deal. You want your money back, just, okay, we'll bird dog you, send you a bird dog and fee for one deal. I mean, if it's a strong deal, and if you just find an address and call us, okay, and you say, hey, I found this address, and we end up doing most of the work, the fee for that's going to be like a small bird dog fee, okay? It's going to be probably somewhere in the range of like $500. But what we want you to do is a lot more than that. We want to teach you how to go into the living room and put the deal together and bring it to us and say, all right, here's the deal. The house is paid off. The lady needs to move to Florida. This is how much she wants for the house. This is what I talked to her about. Can you guys come in and just close out the deal? We put in the killer closer over there. He comes in, he closes the deal, and now you can get yourself a fee that will be at the very least, equivalent to the amount of money we're charging for the boot camp. You do that one time, you get all your money back. All right? You want to become an equity partner, you probably make 10 times that easy. All right? So that's the deal. We don't care tonight if you're on the red team, you're on the green team, you're in the boot camp, or you're not in the boot camp. It's all up to you guys. We wanted to share our ideas with you tonight. We wanted to tell you about our vision, and we hope that you like it. If you're interested in buying any of these books up here, here's my book. I'd be happy to sign it for anybody. It's $20 for 20 years experience. Jeremy was a contributing author in this book. He wrote a wonderful chapter in here. This was written by Dan Kennedy. I don't know if anybody knows who he is. He's a brilliant marketer. And if you haven't listened to any of Dan Kennedy's stuff, you really should. The guy is great. And it was a real honor for Jeremy to even be in the same book as him. And this is a book here that we both believe is like a mindset changer, the 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. And if you haven't read it, this is what you need to be efficient with your time. So all these books are for sale up here. If you're interested in going to the boot camp, okay, just come up and talk to us about it. We don't need to close a deal tonight. If you're committed, come talk to us about it. If you want to think about it, you want to go back to the bar and talk to us, cool. Look, the boot camp doesn't start until the 11th. We want to throw it out there, okay? And one more thing I want to say before we leave tonight. We're not having any more of these meetings. You're not going to hear any more real trust seminars coming because we don't need to have 10 of these. We don't need it. We could go off and do it ourselves right now and do the numbers that we said. We're hoping that there's 3 or 4 people in this room that really connect with what we're saying. Maybe some of you are green team investors. Maybe some of you will be red team guys. We're here because we're trying to help you and help ourselves at the same time. Okay, there's no scam going on here. We're real guys from real trust. And we hope that you like what we told you about tonight. And if you got any questions or anything, we'd love to continue that over at Bertucci's. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. There's my family picture. All right. Great that everybody came out tonight. Really great. I hope that you enjoyed it.
What's the price of these two?
You know what? I think he's selling these for $20 each. Yeah, they're all $20.
Bob's your phone.
Hey, Bob. How you doing, Bob?
Nice to meet you.